As I mentioned, the right hand has reflex movements of the fingers. The left hand does too, but we're obviously talking about the right hand. And what I've found is that if we can position our fingers in just the right way before we strike the string, we can use that reflex to move the fingers into position before they play. So let me just guide you through a little exercise to explain what I mean. I want you to take your index finger and I want you to put it at about the same level as the middle finger. So not tucked inside and not extended beyond, but right about the same point. Now, what you're going to do next is bring the middle ring and pinky into the hand and notice what the index finger wants to do. If your finger's like mine, it wants to kick out, move in this direction. Now, if you imagine that you are playing with your middle finger and you're about to strike the string, or you need to strike the string next with your index finger, you've gone too far. Now, the same thing can happen if you've got an index finger note to play and your middle finger is out too far. If the index finger plays, not only does the middle finger move out too far, but the ring and pinky will as well. You can take this even further and think that if the middle finger is going to play and the pinky and the ring finger are out too far, when the middle finger plays, these two fingers move in the wrong direction. They're best used moving in the same direction if they're not playing, or using the middle finger to get the ring finger to move out just a little bit. And that's the concept that I want you to get, is that these fingers of ours have this natural tendency to reflex. And if we can position them properly before the stroke, then we can take advantage of that tendency. So here's how we practice this. We're going to set up our fingers with the middle finger about to play. And what we're going to do is we're going to have the index finger in the hand. Again, we don't want it out here, because if we set our finger up to play like this and we play, then it moves in the wrong direction. So we need to have it what I call inside the hand. And when we set our middle finger up to play, we also want to make sure that the ring and the pinky are not as far outside as the middle finger. So then when we play, the alternation would be to play the middle finger into the hand and extend the index finger out to play the next note. So when we do this, we're just going to play with the middle finger, and it's going to play, say, on the second string, and then we're going to bring our index finger to the first string. And then we put our index finger here. Now, instead of traditionally just practicing alternation back and forth, I just want you to get familiar with just the M finger movement first. So we're going to do another 3 of those. Set the whole thing up, making sure that the index finger is inside the hand, ready to move, and then these 2 fingers, the A and C, are less extended than the middle finger. Middle finger plays, index finger comes out and is placed on the 3rd string. 1 more time. How about that? So middle finger's all set up. It's going to play. Brings the index finger out. So after you do that a number of times with the middle finger, just going over and over that setup and getting used to how it feels to just have the pinky extend out with its natural reflex to the right place, then it's time to switch it around and do the same thing with the index finger. So here we're going to have the middle finger inside the hand, and we want A and C again to be less extended than the middle finger. So as we play with the index finger, we're just going to bring the middle finger out to the 2nd string. Do that again, right? Set the index finger up, play, move it out. 1 more time. Now, after practicing each of these till you really feel like, okay, I got the concept, then we can put them together into an alternation. Now, the alternation simply is going to be just doing one, waiting till you've thought through how to play the next one, and doing the next one. So it'll be like this, right? Set up for the middle finger, you play. Index finger comes out, it's brought to its string, Right, okay, now think through that index finger setup. Do you have it all set up? If you do, time to play. Right, brings the middle finger out, and it is set up, and it's ready to play. Double check, etc. Now you're going to be combining that with a thumb stroke as well. So we might start the whole thing with P, with thumb, and then let's say we're playing PIMI arpeggio. So we would start with everything, meaning all fingers, in the hand. When the thumb plays, if the thumb plays on the fourth string, and then we're going to play I, M, I, we're going to bring out just the index finger. The thumb plays, index finger is brought to the string, index finger plays, index finger goes into the string and into the hand, middle finger plays, and then when it plays, the index finger comes out to finish our PIMI arpeggio. So, with no talking, that would look like this. So that's how we get from using this reflex and positioning the hand to alternating and combining it with the thumb. Now there's one little thing to point out here, and that is the extension of these two fingers. You may notice some classical guitarists who play, and you can see their fingers move and extend out very freely and very naturally farther out than I'm demonstrating. Now, that's perfectly okay, as long as it's in the same direction as the middle finger is moving. So if the middle finger is moving and they extend out further, that's fine. If the middle finger is extending into the hand and they're stuck out there, that's a problem, because if the middle finger is moving in and you're about to alternate and you've just brought the index finger out, now you have a little bit of a problem, because the next note that is going to be played is played with the index finger. You've got all of your fingers out, and then when the index finger moves in, it's very hard because you're now fighting against these three fingers to get the middle finger out. So just be wary of that, and if you notice this is happening, that's perfectly fine, again, as long as it's moving in conjunction with the middle finger.